incredible the amount of time it took between the hack that actually happened and when Target made a statement about it. Do we know why they were asleep at the wheel here?
Well, that's really the big mystery. So unlike many retailers which don't have sophisticated malware detection systems, Target actually went to the trouble of spending $1.6 million for FireEye. Now, FireEye is a system and a company. It was actually created, invested in by the CIA, and FireEye systems are used by militaries around the world, intelligence agencies around the world. So Target did the right thing at first by setting up the system.
Right, they had this in place a year ago, right?
A year ago,
okay.
And it's been sitting there, and they also employ a group of people in Bangalore who monitor the system, and they ping Minneapolis the moment they see anything suspicious. So the system worked. FireEye detects the malware the moment that the hackers had gone in and tried to establish an escape route for the data. FireEye spots it. Bangalore gets the alert. Bangalore sends it to Minneapolis. And we asked Target to respond specifically to the question, what happened?
Right.
And what we got back was a statement from the CEO, who's understandably, there are nearly 100 lawsuits in this case. There's a limit to what they can say. They didn't respond directly. So that is the key question here, is why did it go unresponded to? But there's actually a second layer here, which is that FireEye has the ability, there's a setting to automatically eradicate any malware it detects. For some reason in this case, our reporting tells us that Target had turned off that setting.
Really?
Yeah. And so
is that unusual, Josh?
So there are people who use FireEye who say that they have very sophisticated security monitoring teams and that they want the decision about eradication of malware in the hands of the people, not in the system. So it's not necessarily unusual. It's just that there were two opportunities here
where they could have
actually stopped it. And so clearly, because there was a lag of almost 2 weeks before the federal government alerted to Target, we found no one who said that this was any sort of cover-up. It's just gross incompetence.
Well, what I found...
Depot finally confirming a data breach goes back to April of this year. A person briefed on the investigation tells the New York Times the total number of credit card numbers stolen, 60 million. That's bigger than the Target data breach. The CEO of Night Lion Security, Vinny Troyer, is with us now. You're breaking fresh ground, Vinny, because you're saying that Home Depot did not do a daily check of the security logs as they are supposed to do by the payment rules, payment card regulations. So they're in kind of a breach of the protocol, and it's kind of their fault. That's what you're saying, Vinny.
In essence, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
In the Sony Pictures hack, now we can't confirm who was behind the hack. We do know one thing. It apparently was not difficult. Vinny Troyer of Night Lion Security gathered some unbelievable data on the hack, and he joins us now. Vinny, when you were telling me some of the things that you discovered, my mind was blown. Things like password as the password to really sensitive information.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible what happened. We talk about security 101. These are the most basic levels of security that just were being completely ignored by these executives. Things like password, or when a payroll document has a password of Sony Payroll. Something's wrong with this process.